It's a certified killing game.
The culprit was hiding in the library the whole time, before Kaede and Shuichi even placed the cameras.
Where would they have hidden?
Inside the hidden door.
Okay, so this is what she's going for.
The culprit was lying in wait there?
If that's true, the suspects are those who were alone at the time of the incident.
Okay.
The only ones who didn't go to the dining hall or basement are
Kokichi and Kibo and Ryoma, right?
Kokichi,
I knew
Kibo,
the
and Ryoma.
culprit was a male. Yahaha! Behold Atua's divine logic.
I've never had to debate a god before. I can tell there's a contradiction, but I don't think Angie's noticed it yet. I don't think the copy editor's noticed the typo either. Let's see. Hold on. So what are all of our things here? Because I'm not... Like, I actually kind of buy into her theory. So I'm not sure what we're contradicting her. Like, I don't necessarily buy into her theory, but I think it's plausible. I mean, I think the main thing, maybe the card reader list. But... And maybe this is me thinking about this too much. I don't think the card reader dust necessarily proves that the door wasn't used. Right? It what it proves is that no one entered via the library initially. However, we haven't seen this door open, so we don't know how long it stays open. If it was opened from inside the room, there's no way we can know it, like, we don't have any evidence that it wouldn't have stayed open long enough for someone to go out, kill someone, and then go back in. It might not even automatically close at all, for all we know. So this might be what they're going for, but if it is, I think it's logically incorrect. Because again, yes, it's one of those things. We don't have evidence that there are other entrances into the secret room, but we don't have evidence there aren't other entrances into the secret room either. So, like, because we haven't investigated the secret room because it's the secret room. It's like, if there is another entrance, then it all works out. If there's not, then yeah, it's impossible. But we have no way of confirming that one way or the other right now, so I don't think we can use that as our point of logical contradiction. But let me see what the other points are. I do think there's a decent chance that's what they're going for, and they just didn't think that I would think of that, but we'll see. Vents, photos, or Maki's account. Maki's account, and this is just all about the game room and stuff. Maki, Angie, and Himiko were in the game room. And I don't think this contradicts, like, the alibis mentioned. We also have the vent. Connecting to the classroom vent on the first floor. Still propped open. Okay.
Where would
Maki's
they
account.
have hidden?
Front entrance photo, card reader dust.
Inside the hidden door.
Okay, I guess the only other thing is the front entrance photos. 4 photos taken. First photo is Shotakade, Shuichi, Kaito, and Tenko running. Second is Maki, Angie, Himiko, and Ganta running. Third is of Kiba, Ryoma, Kyo, Miyu, Sumugi, Kuruma, and Kana. Yeah. And let me listen to all the testimony again here. But
Saying the culprit was
I'm
lying in wait there?
sort of skeptical
If
here.
that's true, the suspects are those who were alone at the time of the incident.
And it's got to be a
The only
contradiction
ones
here.
who
We
didn't
don't have
go
the
to
option to
dining hall or
agree.
basement are
Kokichi and Kibo and Ryoma, right?
I knew the culprit was a male.
Kokichi, Kibo, and Ryoma.
Behold Atua's divine logic.
Who's Ryoma? I forget who. Okay,
The culprit was hiding in the library the whole time.
Maybe the picture will help me remember. Second photo. I think, Ryoma. Oh, that guy, right, okay, yeah. I remember who Ryoma is now. Short guy, yep. Okay, so that checks out. Those three I don't believe have alibis. So we're not contradicting the alibis, which I didn't think was the case. So it's probably going to be... Like, I still don't agree with the conclusion. Like, I agree that you can cast some doubt here, because again, we don't know there's another entrance into the room. But we have no, like... There's no way we can know that there isn't, either. It's like one of those things that, like, can't actually be proved by science, but, like, might still be true regardless.
Before Kaede and Shuichi even placed the cameras.
Where would they have hidden?
Inside the hidden door.
Okay, so
So you're saying the culprit was lying in wait there?
If that's true, the suspects are those who were alone at the time of the incident.
The only ones who didn't go to the dining hall or basement are...
Kokichi and Kibo and Ryoma, right?
I knew the culprit was a male.
Yeah, I think it's the card reader dust. Again, I don't completely agree with this. I mean, I think it's enough to throw out there to kind of cast a bit of doubt of like, hey, we know they didn't enter via that way. But I don't think it's conclusive. Because again, we know nothing about the room. Like, it could have another entrance, and if it does, this all works perfectly.
Where would they have hidden?
Inside the hidden door.
No, that's wrong.
I disagree with this contradiction. Well, we'll see the elaboration.
Wait a minute,
We'll see.
I don't think it was possible to hide in the hidden door.
What? You dare challenge Atua?
I don't think the hidden door was ever used.
Again, I disagree. Like, again, I don't think we have evidence that it was used. But if there is another entrance to the room, we don't have any evidence there is, but we don't have any definitive evidence there isn't. And it's one of those things of like, it's a very plausible thing for there to be another entrance there, right? That is extremely plausible. It's not like I'm saying, well, we don't have any evidence that an elephant didn't come through and trample the guy. It's like, okay, yeah, we can assume that didn't happen. But like, the assumption that a room might have multiple entrances and exits, that's a pretty normal thing. That's like something you can't automatically rule out. And then with regards to the key card reader, we haven't seen the door open, so we don't know for certain if someone was already inside and they opened it from within. We don't know that the door like automatically closes behind you immediately. If it does, so if the room has another entrance and if the door doesn't automatically close behind you immediately, then this is actually a very plausible series of events from my perspective. I guess we'll see where this goes. But and who knows? Maybe someone's about to mention that and kind of shoot this whole argument down. But we'll see. I'm not convinced necessarily. I'm not convinced that is what happened, but I don't think we can completely rule it out just based on the dust in the keycard reader. Not to mention, that is a piece of evidence that is wholly reliant on Shuichi's word, right? If Shuichi was the killer, then his vouching for like, oh, the dust is exactly where I put it, is worthless. That's another point to attack here, right? This is not a piece of evidence. This is a piece of evidence that only works if you trust Shuichi completely. Anyways, looks like the card reader wasn't used. That means the mastermind didn't hide here. And I guess I did see the dust, but when I saw the
card reader,
but when I saw the dust, like I wasn't certain. Like, oh, like from my perspective, I saw the dust like, oh, it could have been replaced. And if you were the person who did it, then like, but Shuichi was the person who put the dust in, then he would know to replace it. And I didn't pay enough attention to tell the difference between. So, we'll see. We'll see where this goes.
if anyone swiped their card key, the dust would have fallen.
We already confirmed during the investigation that there was no dust on the floor. The bookcase hadn't been opened, so I doubt anyone was hiding in there.
Unless there was another entrance to the room. Which again, we don't have evidence there is, but that's not something that you can just rule out. automatically. Especially when you don't know the layout of the building.
The fog has lifted.
Thank you!
You still got a ways to go.
Agreed.
Huh? What do you mean?
The culprit could have been in the library before the cameras were even set.
Did we have any group, like full group meetings before? I don't think we did. Well, like afterwards? I don't think so.
You won't be able to prove anything with weak reasoning like that.
It seems you've been contradicted. Okay, so I guess that's why it shouldn't seem as solid as before. When this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. What's a rebuttal showdown? For now, let's explain the controls. In this mode, you counter the other person's claim and argue against it. Move your truth blade with movements with the mouse and align it with your opponent's claims. So am I like Fruit Ninjaing this? Left click to perform a regular cut in the direction the blade is pointing. I see. More Angry Birds, I guess. Right click to cut with a truth blade. But what is my left click? Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. In this mode, truth bolts will be called truth blades. Why? Because it's cooler this way. Use regular cuts on your opponent's words, but when a weak spot appears, slash with a truth blade strike. Okay, so regular cuts is left, truth blade is right. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. What's neat is if you cut through multiple words at once, you get a time bonus. 2 at a time gets you 2 seconds, 3 is 3. The more you can cut down together, the better. Watch the position of your opponent's claim closely and slice as many as you can. By doing that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. When the mood of the argument is in your favor, the debate will progress. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. And then you'll have to deal with loss of progress. If you and your opponent's arguments are even, a blade lock will occur. When that happens, left click as fast as you can to push them off. Isn't slicing and dicing opinions with a truth sword the bee's knees? What? Not really? Well, you shouldn't knock it before you try it. I have tried it. In Danganronpa 2. It wasn't the exact same minigame, but it was close. You can also agree, so if, blah, 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 whatever. Thanks for your time. Okay. Rebuttal Showdown. What are our bullets here? Or blades, sorry. Monokuma Fire, Rentaro, front entrance, rear entrance, hidden door.
Rule out the hidden door.
Ooh.
The library's got no shortage of hiding spots. There's piles of books all over. Since the culprit was there before the cameras were placed, they could have been hiding there, you know? They took out Rentaro, then took off.
Blade lock. Come on, come on! Why am I so bad at mashing? Push me back, I can't get anywhere with this.
Even if we rule out
If we rule out the hidden door.
The library's got no shortage of hiding spots. There's piles of books all over. Since the culprit was there before the cameras were put, they could have been hiding there, you know? They took out Rentaro, then took off.
Okay.
But if the culprit killed him and ran away, wouldn't they have been caught on camera?
Yeah?
Not if they went back into hiding.
How would...
Right after killing Rentaro.
How?
Then, once everyone's gathered around the body, all they gotta do is act like they just ran in. Rejoin everyone and we'd be none the wiser.
Well, no, the front entrance photos. We have photos of everyone entering the room.
The culprit met him inside the library? That doesn't seem possible, though.
Let's hear it then. What's your reason?
If you take a look at the 3 pictures from the camera we placed near the front door. This is when Shuichi and I met up with Kaito and Tenko, and then rushed in. This one shows the other 4 people running in after they heard Tenko scream. And finally, everyone else coming in after hearing the body discovery announcement. You can clearly see everyone entering the library in these pictures. It wouldn't make sense if there was someone hiding in the library the whole time.
Well, that does cover everyone now, doesn't it?
Yes.
I guess the one who still has a ways to go is me.
Don't worry about it. It's better to think about each possibility anyway.
I agree. Which is why we need to consider the fact that there could be another entrance to the secret room.
Right, Shuichi?
Yes.
Is Shuichi okay? He's been really quiet. Is he worried about something?
So the real question is how the culprit entered and exited the library.
We cannot continue until we address that problem first.
It's quite the mystery. How did the killer avoid being caught by the cameras?
Almost like they were invisible.
Well, I mean, that's not going to be the answer.
Oh, but it wasn't me. My magic can only make you half invisible.
Which half?
Your upper half, to be specific.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for the clarification.
That's kind of a half-baked invisibility spell, isn't it?
But both doors to library had hidden cameras on them.
Is this where they're going to pivot to the vent and be like, well, the only reason we don't think someone entered the vent is because Kaede said that no one entered the vent, but what if Kaede was the one who entered the vent? And I was like, again, like, I know I didn't kill him, but, like, I don't have actual evidence to back me up on that, which is worrying.
How about the vent in the library? Maybe they came in through there.
Of course it would be you to bring this up, Maki.
But Shuichi and I were on lookout in the classroom with the connecting vent.
The culprit waited until Kaede and Shuichi weren't looking, then turned invisible.
I mean, technically, like, it's not enough time, though. It's not enough time. I mean, there is a moment in time where the alarm goes off, presumably from Rentaro opening the door. We rush out. But I don't think there's enough time between we rush out of there, someone else goes in there, goes through the vents, crawls over, drops the shot put on him, goes back into the vents, reorganizes the books the way we had them before, and then rejoins everyone else. Like, that's not feasible.
Himiko is really gung-ho about her invisible culprit theory.
Yeah, no. There's no way someone snuck into the library through the vent.
That's right. We have evidence that proves that would have been impossible. I mean, it's got to be the, because it's propped open the exact time I left it, right? See, the issue I have with this is this evidence only works if you trust me. We don't have any evidence that is independently verifiable, which I will say is a criticism we could have also made with the dust. That has nothing to do with the air vent, probably. I literally presented the vent! I don't know. Everyone's staring at me. They all think less of me now. Okay. Didn't I? Okay. So what's the question, exactly? Precisely? What is the evidence that proves no one snuck into the library through the vent? Oh, the stacked books. Right.
I get it.
Okay, sorry. I thought the stacked books were part of the vent.
When I set the
Clue.
cameras, I also stacked some books in front of the vent. If someone did crawl in and out from the vent, the books would have collapsed.
Okay, I see what you're saying then. That actually probably does even prove that I didn't do it. Well, actually, you know what? I know it looks really stable. Like, granted, I've never walked on stacks of books before. But, like, I don't know. I think if you're careful, you can manage it.
While we were investigating, they were still neatly stacked the way I placed them.
Granted, if you weren't expecting it,
Maybe
you'd probably...
they put the books back when they left the room.
Josie, it is not stable. Oh, okay, fair enough.
That would be quite difficult to achieve on such a narrow bookcase.
If we've ruled out the vent and doors, then how'd the culprits get in and out of the library?
I maintain, if the secret room has another entrance, which we have we don't have evidence of, but we do not have evidence that rules out that possibility, then it all makes sense.
Maybe divine intervention?
What? The two are gonna come down and smite someone? That doesn't sound very nice.
Gonta no can think of any other way to enter.
Eureka! I know how the culprit got in the library. The front door!
We literally have cameras. Unless you're saying that the cameras might not have worked. Is there a way to remotely deactivate the camera sensors, actually? Come to think of it? Because they have remotes. Hold up. And Shuichi had the remote.
Have you been paying attention? The camera would have taken their picture.
Not if the culprit timed their movements around the camera intervals.
The what now? Well, this is new.
Huh? Intervals?
What is that?
Basically, the culprit knew about the cameras and their intervals. So they snuck into the library between camera shots to avoid appearing in the photos.
I see. I mean, how big are these intervals, you know?
I know. Beauty and brains. Why? It's just not fair.
So you're saying they would have had to sneak in through the back door behind Runtaro? And depending on how long these intervals are, mate, that could be something.
Mew, what's this interval you're talking about?
Huh? Oh, now you're asking me.
Well, you brought it up.
After the shutter snaps, the camera can't take a new photo for 30 seconds.
30 seconds? They're useless then! What the heck? If he was being told by literally anyone! Who knew about this? You knew about this, obviously. Who else knew about this?
Because I redesigned the cameras to auto-roll the film instead of having to do it manually.
That's the first time I'm hearing about this. Why didn't you tell us from the start?
I mean, with that, I think Shuichi has to jump right back up to the very top of our suspects list. Like, yeah, and the motive works too, right? Like, everything actually lines up quite well. If we are aware of this. Right, we know he was in the basement alone for a period of time around when the murder took place. We know he went to the warehouse because we were literally there with him, so he could have obtained the shot put. Aside from you, if anyone else knew about this camera delay, it would have been him. And the motive works perfectly. Rantaro was killed in the process of trying to mess with the camera that was looking at the secret door. I mean, I'm not sure if Shuichi would have resorted to murder to stop him from tampering with that, but like, it was a pretty important plan that everyone's lives were on the line if it failed, so... See, this is what I was saying before, like, I thought there'd be something that would come out in the case itself that would turn everything on its head.
But I told your little beta boy toy after I gave you the remodeled cameras.
Okay, so Shuichi knew about this. Well then.
What?
So...
Shuichi?
I'd like to see him talk his way out of this one.
I'm sorry. I guess I forgot to tell you.
A real convenient thing to leave out, Shuichi.
How could you forget to tell me?
I didn't think it would affect the plan. I didn't realize it would matter.
You didn't realize it would matter that if literally anyone tailed anyone into the room, they'd appear invisible? Oh my goodness. Wait, hold up. he adjusted the cameras. Right? Because the point will be, oh, well, Rantaro didn't... So someone could have tailed him in, but no one could have left, right? Because you would still get caught leaving. Granted, you can kill someone in less than 30 seconds. So, not even sure that is a legitimate concern in the first place. But, barring that, if we assume that exiting, you still are going to get another picture taken of you, well, guess who we have a whole bunch of on film? Shuichi. Supposedly removing the cameras. But, maybe that was not actually what was going on in one of those pictures, and he just intentionally triggered the other one while he was actually removing it, so that it would be less suspicious to see him on camera removing it when he was actually leaving the scene of the crime.
I guess I just forgot to mention it. I'm really sorry.
It's kind of an important detail. I mean, this is the main device we were using for our entire plan, Shuichi. And it has the fatal flaw, and you didn't think to bring it up?
I forgot. What a pitiful excuse.
Yeah, that's pretty much a lie.
No, it's not a lie. He probably just forgot.
Fede, you're not a veteran in these sorts of experiences like I am. Just I've learned time and time and time again. It doesn't matter what you personally want to be the case. You just need to go where the truth brings you.
There was so much going on at the time. It's only natural to forget, you know?
Yeah.
Let's put that aside for now and talk about the camera intervals.
Each interval lasted for 30 seconds, correct, Mew?
Yeah, sure. I'll explain it again to you mushheads. The 3 cameras that Kaiidiot and Puichi placed go off when they pick up movement. From there, it takes 30 seconds for the film to auto-roll to the next photo.
So, for 30 seconds, anyone could have entered the library without their photo being taken?
Yeah.
That may have been enough time to kill Rantaro and exit the library.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you don't even need to pull the Shuichi play. Like I said, 30 seconds is enough time to kill someone.
It's definitely enough time. You just gotta move at lightning speed.
I see. Then there's no doubt the culprit made use of the camera's intervals.
That means the culprit was Mew all along, since she knew about the intervals.
No, she's got an alibi.
Don't be an asshole! I have an alibi. Remember the dining hall?
So that really only leaves Shuichi.
Oh, yeah. Well, who else knew about the intervals? Now, who was it again?
Man, why do you have to be the one bring this up? Like, I agree with you here, but like, why you?
Shuichi. Well then, does this mean that he is the culprit we have been seeking?
Shuichi.
Hey, what gives, Shuichi? Shuichi would never do that. Right, Shuichi?
You had better speak soon. Your silence only damns you further.
Yeah.
Fess up already! Did you kill Rantaro?
Come on, man, say something. I mean, I'd rather it not be you, but like, I go where the evidence brings me.
Hey, Shuichi. What's gotten into you?
Don't tell me you're gonna plead the fifth now.
Oh man, this is getting good! Entertain me, peasants!
No way. Shuichi can't be the culprit. Sorry, kid. I mean, Makoto and Saika, Hajime and Chiaki. It's sort of a Danganronpa protagonist rite of passage for your close companion of the opposite sex to be implicated in a crime. I know technically Sayaka couldn't kill someone, but like, she tried. That's definitely wrong. There's no way. I refuse to believe Shuichi is the culprit. That's definitely not possible. I mean, what else is possible? Intermission.